back to my channel. Today I am doing my budget for December and I am super excited about this month. I love Christmas and the holidays, and this is our first year for me and my husband to be just in our own space, and we are going to decorate everything, and I'm super excited about that. I think I'm actually going to do an apartment holiday tour after everything's decorated. So let me know down below if you would be interested in seeing that. But anyway, this month I think we are going to achieve one of the goals that we've been working on, as you'll see when I budget, just from kind of where we are in November and what I've seen so far. I think we're going to hit it, so I'm super excited about that. And then also some extra holiday expenses in there, so hopefully everything will account and even out. So let's get into it. Okay, so here is my budget template for December. I actually make this myself because I wanted it to be customizable with everything that perfectly fit my family's budget and what we needed, and then I can make it a little cutesy too. So starting with income, I've left our 4 other income sources blank, mostly for Jared's privacy, but I have 2 part-time jobs with consistent salary pay, and then he has 2 kind of self-employed income sources that are not the same every month, but we budget off of kind of what I think is the lowest average that he'll get based on the last year. These are where I track his individual checks for those. And then miscellaneous, if you're new to my channel, this category encompasses rental income that we get from the house that we own, and I will link the video explaining that and our house buying up above, and just that rent and the utilities that they pay. And then that's, I think, about $1,550 this month, but then I've included an additional $150 that I think we'll be getting in Christmas money because it's December. So I think that our total income that we'll receive this month is $7,744. And then I'll move you up. So for bills, the first one is tithe. This is not technically a bill, but my husband and I are Christians and we believe in giving to our church. So I think that'll be $600, which is 10% of everything except for our rental income. And then our rent and water is $1,450 generally. It'll be somewhere around there. My phone bill, this is technically $54 this month, and this is the last month it'll be that much. It'll be $44 after that, but I'm actually just going to write $4 because one of my companies has started doing a reimbursement, and that's $50. So I didn't want to put that in income because it's not technically income, and I won't be taxed on it. So just, I'm going to notate it like this. And then our Wi-Fi is $61. Our car insurance is $154. Jared's health insurance is $161. Renter's insurance is $12, and I think our electricity will be around $70 maybe? I don't know. And then I skipped a line just for clarity, and then all of these bills are for the house that we own. Since we have renters in their short term, we didn't want to make them sign up for all the utilities in their own name because they all have 12-month periods of time. So we're just paying those and they're paying us back for them. So our mortgage, we pay $1,200 right now. It's actually $1,161. Our Wi-Fi over there is $70. Water, sewer, and trash, I think it's going to be $100. It was $90 in November, but I don't know, so we'll just put $100. Our electricity, I'm going to put, I think that this one, I think I already know that this is $67. So I'm going to put that. And then natural gas, I'm going to put $70. That's how much it was this month. And then all of that added together is $4,024, which is like, a hard number to see when we're not used to all of these expenses. But soon that'll be off and we'll be back to just our normal expenses. And then I'll move up a little for the expense section for Grocery and household items like paper towels, those kinds of things, I always budget $400. Although I may need to start upping that. I know that the cost of things is continuing to rise just everywhere. So I'll have to think about that for next month. Eating out, I usually do 160, but this month I'm going to do 180 just because the holidays. I know that we're going to be traveling, I think, for part of them and maybe seeing some people, so we may need to stop for food more often. Gas, since we are traveling, I'm going to put $75. I usually only budget 40 or 50 because I work from home and I drive a Prius, and Jared works partially in the home and we don't really go very many places, so gas just doesn't cost us very much, but it will be a little more this month. I'm going to do 150 for shopping, and this is just anything that we have to buy. Like last month we had to buy an air mattress and some pliers and just all those random things that are, I don't know, I'm not going to put them in a granular category. And then beauty, I'm just going to put 50. This is what I put every month. I don't always use it, but I like to have it there for if I need new makeup. Subscriptions, I think it'll be $60 this month. That just includes Apple Music and then extra Apple storage for Jared and I have a business email, and I think there's one other really little thing that are all part of that category. Christmas, I'm going to say that we're going to spend $200 on Christmas this month, and I'm just thinking about like we bought a tree last month, and so now we'll have to buy all the ornaments that go on it, and we don't have stockings or stocking holders or garlands or any of those kind of decoratory stuff, because this is our first Christmas together and kind of in our own space. So I'm trying to leave a big buffer for that. And then separately, gifts, I think that's going to be $150. We have, I think, 3 more people to buy for, and I typically budget $50 for each person. So I think that's how much we're going to spend. Auto, my car registration is due in December, and that's $75. I am so done with putting auto as a line item here. As you'll see in my November wrap up, it's just like killed our budget the past 2 months because we've had some unexpected auto expenses come up, and my sinking fund is so depleted, and usually I put $100, although we've just decided we're going to do $150 moving forward, in a sinking fund envelope for that unless we need to use it, and we've used it. So hopefully that is no longer on my line item anymore after this month for a while. And then miscellaneous, I'm just going to budget $100, and then all together that is $14.40. And then for savings, first is investments, and this is just my Acorns account. I have a Roth IRA through Acorns, and it's actually funny because at the beginning of this month, or at the beginning of November, I kind of panicked and I was like, I need to double my contribution because I'm running out of time, because I was just doing $10 a week for myself. But then since Jared and I got married, I was like, I should double it and do 20. And then I did that, and then I was just looking at all of my line items, and I was like, I am just spreading myself too thin, and I'm not going to be able to hit my debt repayment goals as soon as I'd like to, which they are a thorn in my side, and I'm trying to get rid of them. So I moved it back down to 15, but it was just like a wild kind of contribution. But so this is for, I do it every Wednesday, the money auto drafts, and there are 5 Wednesdays in December, so it's going to be $75. And then vacation, I'm going to put $100 here. Jared and I are supposed to go to Belize in February. Hopefully that happens. I don't really know at this point, but he's supposed to have a band reunion. He used to live in Belize for 3 years, and he was a drummer in a band. So that may or may not happen, but I'm just saving money for kind of random expenses that we'll have. We have actually like a ton of flight credits, and the hotel is going to be covered, so we don't have a whole lot of expenses for this vacation, but random things pop up. So just trying to be prepared. And then I don't think we'll be saving any money for gifts this month. What I do is I put the items in my sinking funds category, and then any money that I spend out of them I put as an expense, and then I just put less money in there that month. I put all of these in cash envelopes. Right now, that's what I've been doing. But, so gifts, I usually put $100 in, but this month there will be none put in there. Also, I think I'm going to kind of refresh these categories for 2021 so they'll look a little different for January's budget. But health, every month we put $100 into a health fund. I'm looking into if we could get an HSA. It's not an option through our insurance because it's not really insurance, but I know that some banks offer that, so I'm going to try to see if that's an option for us so that instead of cash sitting in an envelope, we could be gaining some interest on that. And then home maintenance and renovation. When we move in March, April, sometime around there, we have some cosmetic upgrades that we want to do before we actually move all our stuff in. We want to tear out some baseboards and redo them and put in a kitchen island. And I think that that's going to be around $1,500. So I've been breaking it out into like 5 months leading up to it. And I'm trying to save $300 each month for that. So that's going to be $300. And then after that, we're just going to follow the suggested rule to save 1% of your home value every month, which for us would be $180 a month. And then auto, since we usually save $150, but I think we're going to be spending $75, at least I know for sure, for my registration, I think we'll be putting $75 in there this month. And the total of that category is $650. And the last category is debt. So this first item, it's not really a debt. I've explained in my other videos, but when my husband and I bought a house a couple months ago, we hadn't really been prepared yet with a down payment, so we borrowed the money from our checking account and our savings account, and we've been working on repaying those so that we have just a buffer. We like to keep 1 month of expenses in our checking account because my husband is self-employed, and we don't really know how his months will go. So in November, we actually finished repaying our savings account, which was great. And I think that this month we are going to finish repaying our checking account. So I think we only will need to put $217 back. And then we'll have totally repaid ourselves. And then my student loan, that's my big goal that I'm working on. I'm hoping to have that paid off by mid next year. And I think that just taking all of the leftover from the rest of my income to make it a zero-based budget, I think we'll be able to put $1,383 towards that, which will be great. And then the total for that category, wow, I feel like I did not actually sit down and do this math. So I'm going to have to do it right here. $1,600 is that surplus. So that is our zero-based budget. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like if you haven't already. I'm just so thankful for anyone who watches these because I love putting them out. So I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.
Find myself on that old familiar pathway that leads me down that same old beat.